Hello, my name is Ralf Lippold. I am from Mainz, the base of the Second German Television Corporation, which was founded in 1963, 50 years now ago. And my father worked there as an electrical engineer. And, and he sort of tried to convince me to become also an electrical engineer, which didn't quite work out. But what worked out, my interest in these technologies and how it could be helpful to implement and use it for standard processes around. So I found myself working at BMW at bringing up their newest plant in Leipzig on the standard production, working in the production control, and putting information technologies into practice and using it to improve processes on the production line and beyond actually made me quite confident there's so much to do and actually an abundance of opportunities lying around unused in everyday processes you sort of see and be involved. And then in 2008 I moved over to Dresden, which is the center of Silicon Saxony, the major European cluster for semiconductors and nano bio tech life science. And I had the idea that somehow this could be brought to a broader audience and use in order to increase productivity and the production and creation actually of value out of that information technology use. And not for long, while I was trying to connect with local networks, I got in contact with Rainer Wasserfuhr. And he, being sort of a futuristic orientated software programmer and keen on Ray Kurzweil's vision of the singularity, we got over in connections and conversations, had some talks about transcendent man, and then Singularity University sort of came on the table. And this was sort of the initialing point to where we both said, okay, we have to have something similar in this region. Not as big and not as prominent, but putting sort of together all these players and stakeholders and trying to create a blended version of Singularity University right here in Dresden. And this is what we are working for now since 2009, mainly using information technology in order to sort of create first minimal viable product, as Eric Ries would say in a lean startup, and try on without putting too much effort and actually financial resources in it. And so while doing that, we were following Peter Diamandis, Ray Kurzweil, the Singularity University efforts, and I have applied 3 times now for the summer course at the graduate studies at Singularity University. And in 2012, the book Abundance came out. And while I was reading that for the first time, or reading in it actually, like sort of going through the pages, it was like, wow, what Peter and Stephen Kotler are describing there is exactly what I'm sort of envisioning for quite a long time. Perhaps not as sophisticated, but in general, creating more value with what is already existing and sort of using information technology to fuel it, to get ideas out more quickly and accelerate the creation of startups and in general business or economic growth. So I'm very much sort of encouraged and fueled and sort of pulled into what to most people here I talk to locally or in Germany, it sounds like a super crazy idea. Creating an information technology based think tank right in Germany on the edge, more or less. Um, the work of Peter and Stephen in Abundance showed me once again it is possible, even though it takes quite a while. Actually, Peter founded International Space University in 1986, I think, right after his studies, together with two buddies from his studies. And this is sort of another key point in all this, what in the end came into what is now Abundance, and looking forward to hearing more about it and more beyond it. Thanks a lot for listening in, and cheers from Dresden.